what is happening in the gaming world right now? You are not going to believe the latest shakeups, the unexpected deals, and the incredible surprises hitting our favorite platforms. The news cycle is absolutely wild, and if you're not plugged in, you're missing out on some truly game-changing moments. Get ready, because PS5 Nexus is bringing you the hottest updates, the biggest stories, and the insights you need to stay ahead of the curve. We've got incredible discounts that will make your jaw drop, and we're starting with a massive deal that's already landed on the PS Store. Next up, a franchise many of us grew up with is making a comeback, but it's not quite what you might expect. We're diving deep into a review that's looking at a beloved series, new entry, and asking if it truly captures the magic of the past, or if it's a little rough around the edges. Prepare for a critical look at a familiar favorite. Then, get ready to expand your gaming horizons, because Sony has just unveiled its latest PlayStation Plus monthly lineup. We're talking about some seriously acclaimed titles that are about to land in your library, offering incredible value and new adventures. You'll want to hear which games are making the cut this month. And finally, in a move that's shaking up the very foundations of the console wars, a game that was once a console exclusive is now dominating the charts on a rival platform. This is a story about breaking down barriers and redefining what it means to be a PlayStation game. Stick around, because you won't want to miss a single second of this. Hit that like button, subscribe if you haven't already, and ring that notification bell so you're always in the know. Massive savings alert. Get ready for some unbelievable deals, because a major action-adventure game from 2024 is now hitting the PlayStation Store with a staggering 80% discount for a limited time. This is not a drill. We're talking about a title that's already making waves, and it's now more accessible than ever, especially for PlayStation Plus subscribers, who can snag it for an incredible $9.99. For everyone else, it's still a steal at $12.49, representing a massive 75% price cut. But wait, there's more. As if the game itself wasn't enough of a draw at this price point, there's also a free DLC pack up for grabs, adding even more value to your purchase. This particular title has been a bit polarizing, with some finding its execution didn't quite meet expectations, leading to average reviews. However, at these prices, it's being hailed as an absolute must-try experience, especially for those who appreciate a good adventure without breaking the bank. The game boasts an intriguing setting in early 20th century India and features Anya Chalotra, known for her role in The Witcher, as the protagonist, adding a layer of star power to the experience. Many believe that going into this game with lower expectations, especially at a significantly reduced cost, enhances the overall enjoyment, turning a potentially overlooked gem into a highly satisfying adventure. The free DLC, the Companion Cosmetic Pack, offers two distinct skin variations for in-game companions, Bukra and Luther, allowing for some personalization. This deal is perfect for players looking to expand their library with a critically discussed, yet potentially rewarding title at an unprecedented price. Hold on tight, because the deals are just the beginning. Next, we're diving into a beloved franchise that's making a comeback, but with a twist that might surprise you. A familiar favorite reimagined. After a considerable hiatus, the beloved Everybody's Golf series, known as Hot Shots Golf in North America, is making a grand return. However, this new installment, Everybody's Golf Hot Shots, developed by Hyde, presents a departure from the aesthetic and feel that longtime fans of Claphance's work might expect. The initial moments after booting up the game reveal a noticeable shift. While familiar elements like recognizable characters and the classic tortoise and hare icons for swing timing are present, the overall presentation lacks the vibrant charm and polish of its PlayStation 4 predecessor. Courses and environments appear less dynamic and colorful, character animations and camera transitions feel less fluid, and the visual fidelity, particularly in textures, seems more aligned with a previous console generation than the current one. While ray-traced lighting and ultra-sharp 4K visuals weren't anticipated, the stark contrast with the 2017 Everybody's Golf is palpable. Despite these visual shortcomings, which are admittedly forgivable given the game's cross-platform nature and budget-friendly price point, they are still a point of contention. On the gameplay front, everybody's golf hot shots shines. Players have multiple options for executing shots, including a timing-based mechanic and the classic 3-button swing system, ensuring accessibility for both new and returning players. The game meticulously recreates the nuances of golf, such as adjusting for ball lie, applying topspin and backspin, and accounting for wind and weather conditions. While the franchise has often leaned towards realistic course designs, it also incorporates fun, albeit sparingly used, modifiers like tornado holes, mega-sized cups, and club restrictions in its Challenge and World Tour modes. Progression primarily occurs through Challenge Mode and World Tour. Challenge Mode offers a series of increasingly difficult tournaments, with performance dictating unlockable points used to purchase character equipment and stat-boosting items. Success in tournaments also allows players to challenge new characters, unlocking their scenarios for World Tour and advancing to higher tiers of competition. World Tour mirrors this structure, but places a greater emphasis on one-on-one matches, often accompanied by simple, albeit sometimes cringeworthy, storylines. The game's accessibility is a notable weak point. Simulation lines to predict ball flight paths and mulligans for less skilled players are absent. Even the in-game caddy's advice is often unhelpful, focusing more on support skills or pointing out obvious green slopes. The sound design is particularly problematic, with overlapping dialogue, repetitive character quips, and a loud soundtrack creating an overwhelming audio experience, though most of these can be adjusted individually. Despite its flaws, the game offers an enjoyable, albeit simple, golf experience, but it may struggle to attract newcomers to the genre. This golf game might have its quirks, but up next, we're looking at a lineup of PlayStation Plus titles that are sure to excite, including some critically acclaimed gems. PlayStation Plus monthly games revealed. Sony has officially announced the highly anticipated PlayStation Plus monthly games lineup for September, set to bring a trio of critically acclaimed titles to subscribers at no additional cost. Starting September 2nd, PlayStation Plus members will be able to add Psychonauts 2, Stardew Valley, and Viewfinder to their libraries, offering a diverse range of experiences from mind-bending platforming to tranquil farming and reality-bending puzzles. This announcement also serves as a reminder for players to claim the August lineup, which includes Lies of P, DayZ, and My Hero 1's Justice 2, before they are removed from the service on September 1st. All titles within the PlayStation Plus monthly games catalog are accessible across all subscription tiers, ensuring that whether you're on Essential, Extra, or Premium, you can dive into these new additions. Psychonauts 2, available for PS4, continues the story of Rasputin Raz Aquato, a young psychic who joins the elite Psychonauts organization. However, internal turmoil arises as the leader's erratic behavior and the presence of a mole create a dangerous situation. Players will utilize Raz's psychic abilities and platforming skills to navigate surreal mental landscapes, uncovering secrets and confronting internal struggles within the minds of various characters. The game is celebrated for its creative world building, engaging narrative, and unique gameplay mechanics that blend platforming with psychic powers. Stardew Valley, also for PS4, is a beloved farming simulation game that invites players to inherit a dilapidated farm and transform it into a thriving homestead. Starting with basic tools, players can cultivate crops, raise animals, mine for resources, and build relationships with the local townsfolk. The game presents a charming narrative where players work to preserve the valley's traditions against the encroachment of corporate interests, offering a deeply engaging and relaxing experience. Its appeal lies in its open-ended gameplay, charming pixel art, and the satisfying progression of building a community and restoring the town. Viewfinder, compatible with both PS4 and PS5, introduces a unique puzzle adventure concept centered around photography that manipulates reality. The core mechanic involves using an instant camera to capture images, photographs, sketches, or even photos from in-game devices, and then placing these captured images directly into the environment. These placed images become tangible structures, allowing players to traverse new areas, solve intricate puzzles, and progress through the narrative by creatively reconfiguring the world around them. Its innovative approach to puzzle solving has garnered significant praise for its originality and mind-bending challenges. These are some fantastic additions to your PlayStation Plus library. But the gaming news doesn't stop there. Get ready for a story that's blurring the lines between console exclusivity and market dominance. Console Wars Redefined, PlayStation hit dominates Xbox charts. In a development that's turning the traditional understanding of console exclusivity on its head, Helldivers 2, a title initially launched as a PlayStation 5 and PC console exclusive, has now become the best-selling game on the Xbox platform. This unprecedented success sees Helldivers 2 not only topping the sales charts, but also occupying the first and third positions when its premium edition is factored in. Furthermore, it's currently the 9th most played game on Xbox, a remarkable feat considering it sits among titans like Fortnite, Roblox, Minecraft, and Grand Theft Auto V. This surge in popularity on a rival console highlights a significant shift in the gaming industry's strategy, moving beyond hardware-centric business models to a broader focus on maximizing game sales across all available platforms. Helldivers 2's journey to Xbox dominance is particularly noteworthy given its explosive success on PlayStation. Sony previously announced that the game had become its fastest-selling game of all time, selling 12 million copies in just 12 weeks. Reports suggest it may have already surpassed 18 million copies sold, with nearly 1 million of those sales occurring on Xbox within its first week. This cross-platform triumph underscores a strategic pivot by companies like Sony. Historically, games were often used as exclusives to drive hardware sales. However, Sony has been gradually shifting its approach, with plans for approximately half of its games to be released on PC or mobile by 2022. While PlayStation game boss Herman Hulst initially indicated that some major single-player titles might remain exclusive, the company has more recently stated its intent to move away from a hardware-centric business model, prioritizing game sales over console exclusivity. The question of whether Helldivers 2 is truly a PlayStation game is complex, especially since Sony acts as the publisher but does not own the developer, Arrowhead Game Studios. However, Sony has been instrumental in strategic decisions, including the initial requirement for PC players to log in with a PlayStation account, a move that was outside of Arrowhead's control. Similarly, Arrowhead has stated that any decision regarding an Xbox release was entirely up to Sony. In contrast, Microsoft faces no such publishing hurdles when bringing its first-party titles to PlayStation. Games like Indiana Jones and Hellblade 2 can be brought to PS5 because Microsoft owns their respective studios, Bethesda and Ninja Theory. This evolving landscape poses a fundamental question about the identity of consoles themselves. If major titles are no longer exclusive to their originating platforms, what defines an Xbox or a PlayStation? Is it merely a launcher, a set of familiar controls, or something more intangible, like a feeling or an ecosystem? As Sony and Microsoft continue to navigate this new era of cross-platform releases and shared game libraries, the very nature of console loyalty and brand identity is being redefined, signaling a significant transformation in how games are developed, published, and consumed. This is a seismic shift in the gaming landscape. And that brings us to the end of our news roundup. But before you go, let's hit you with a quick recap of everything we covered today. All right, everyone, that's a wrap on today's whirlwind of gaming news. We saw a massive 2024 action-adventure title go on sale for up to 80% off, a beloved golf franchise return with a new look, PlayStation Plus subscribers getting Psychonauts 2, Stardew Valley, and Viewfinder for free, and Helldivers 2 absolutely crushing it on the Xbox charts. If you enjoyed this breakdown, make sure to smash that like button, subscribe to PS5 Nexus for all your gaming updates, hit that notification bell so you never miss a video, and drop a comment below telling us your favorite story of the day. You can also follow us on all our socials to stay connected. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.